Jackson Autism Support Network President Shelley Lewis and Vice President Stephanie Salisbury. Nice to see you both.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah.
It's been a bit.
It has, in fact, the pandemic has kept you from doing quite a few things.
A few things.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a couple years since we've had any events at all.
Oh, wow. So now April is Autism Awareness Month.
Correct.
So what all are you doing?
Well, we have our Light It Up Blue going on the 1st of April. And then we might have something else happening. I just got some words last night. I haven't even had a chance to talk with Stephanie or any of the other board members.
She's always keeping things from me.
And then we also have our walk. So got a busy month and a half.
And we haven't had the walk since, you were telling me before the show, 2019?
Yep, it's been 3 years since we've been able to get out and do our runoff. We did a virtual one in 2020, but we actually haven't been out and did our actual 5K in 3 years.
Well, it's probably for the families, in addition to not having these activities and resources, the pandemic's been even harder for families with autism.
For sure.
Yeah, we've had, yeah, our kids have really suffered. The therapies, they weren't getting the therapies. I know my son had to be retested, and it took like 6 months to get a retest. And yeah, it's been pretty crazy for them.
And you've not been able to meet and have the support groups either.
Correct, correct. I do a lot of phone consultations and talk to people. But sometimes it's nice to meet them and meet other families who are going through it and stuff. So yeah.
And I believe you have more than one.
I have two.
Two. Yeah.
Two, yeah. A 31-year-old, going to be 32 this year. Oh my gosh. And a 21, going to be 21. Oh my gosh, where'd the time go? So yeah.
And Stephanie, you're also a mom of autism. One?
Yeah, 1 and done for me. He's enough. He's going to be 11 this year, and he reminds me every day that he's going to be 11 this year. So it's definitely been trying with online schooling and everything virtual. And as much as autism is a struggle, our kids really miss that connection with people. They really thrive on that, even though it's difficult for them. They really thrive on having that human connection with people. So.
All right, let's talk about the kickoff on April 1st. It's right across the street from us.
Yes, very excited to be back. It's our kickoff to mark Autism Awareness Month, and we'll have some resources there for our families. You know, if you need any help or guidance through the world of autism, it's never ending, and just to come and celebrate our kids again and, you know, celebrating autism as a whole.
And what's going to happen? You've got some foods, activities, giveaways?
We're going to do instead of our balloon launch that we've done in the past, we're going to do bubbles and streamers.
Because remember that one year?
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Wow, we've had some really...
It was raining.
What about the blizzard?
Yeah.
Where all of our tents start flying up in the air. Yeah. Oh, we love our weather.
Yeah, the weather definitely does not work in our favor when we have our events, but we just wanted to be more environmentally friendly this year and not do balloons, and, you know, make sure it's sensory friendly for our kiddos as well. So we figured bubbles and streamers are a good way to go.
The tower building, they light it up blue.
They light it up blue.
Yep.
And several of the businesses downtown are being on board with doing the polls again and stuff. So yeah, it feels like we're getting back there.
You've got some entertainment too, live music I see on the list.
Yeah, well, we have Home FM coming, and then we also have some of our performers from our previous plays that are going to be coming down and doing some live music for us.
I think you did a series of shows at the Michigan Theater last fall, and that was your first thing that you've been able to do.
Correct.
Yeah, our first real event we've actually been able to host.
Yeah.
How did it go?
It went really well. It was like kind of a short notice thing. We kind of like pulled it together really fast. We found out that we could get the royalties for free, and we already had the theater on reserve from our last attempt. So it just worked out fine, but it was like quick. So, but it turned out great. Everybody did an amazing job, like they always do, and we're very happy that we're moving forward in that too.
So the other big event, the walk, it's a run and walk.
Correct.
Right.
This is the one we haven't had for 3 years.
Right, correct.
Well, I think we're, as a community, are familiar with our ORS race series and all the runs and walks that happen. What are the features of your event?
Ours is, I guess, wouldn't be necessarily traditional. We also have the walk. It's more centered around just having our families come together in support of autism. We will, again, have some vendors there and resources there in hopes to bring the community back together and get those resources out there for our families. I think they forget that we're here to still help, and those resources are still available. It might be a little bit different nowadays, but those resources are still there.
And this it all happens within Cascades,
Right.
right?
Yep.
And you can even sign up right now. It's part of the ORS running series, and on the ORS website, or the ORS running series website, you can sign up now.
Yep.
Correct.
And you get
Or our website
you get
too.
a shirt. You get
We will have a shirt. Yep, we'll have shirts, and everything we've had in the past. It'll all be this. It's kind of all the same. We're very excited about just getting back to some normal.
Yeah, a little bit on a smaller scale, trying to get back up and running and not make it a big thing like we're used to, trying to see how we're going to fare after post-pandemic world. So, but it's pretty much the same, just on a smaller scale.
Everyone can participate by putting a blue light in their porch light.
Yes. And you know, this isn't about making money or anything. This is just about creating the awareness again and bringing the support back to our community, because even though the world kind of stopped revolving with COVID, our lives didn't stop and autism didn't stop. It's still with us every day. So you can support us just by lighting it up blue, just saying Happy Autism Awareness Day. It doesn't have to be a monetary thing for us. So
I think probably since the last time you were here, there have been families that have learned that their child is autistic for the first time.
yeah,
And
definitely.
they might not even know there's a support group in town for them. How do they access services and connect and be part of and find out what might be available?
Shelley's a great resource. Shelley is like the Wizard of Oz of autism, I call her. The yellow brick road leads to her. She knows all. She's been my guiding light from the moment I found out. So, but if you don't know where to start, Shelley is the perfect resource. But also on our website, we have resources listed on there, and our Facebook page. So, and then you can bug Shelley.
Shelley, you mentioned that you had to wait 6 months for your son to get retested. What does that mean?
So it just happened that, and he turned 19, and our insurance stopped the coverage at 19. So he was picking up with Medicaid, and they didn't want to take any of his information from the insurance. So they wanted us to have a retest. And nobody was doing testing at that time. So it took us a while to get everything. So he went from May to December with no services.
Testing for autism?
Yeah.
So you had to prove?
Yeah, I mean, he was nonverbal, and
Yes.
and it's only the second time he got tested and was, diagnosed, but yeah. So we had to have a whole new psych eval and everything.
Oh, wow.
And it was all over Zoom, so.
Right.
Whatever.
It's definitely not the same. And people already wait for, diagnosis as it is in a typical world.
Yeah.
There's already a wait and a delay to get those services and that diagnosis. So COVID definitely did not help that.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, just one more thing, huh?
Yeah, add it to the list.
Yeah.
Big turnout will help. So be part of it. Just show up, come downtown.
Yeah, come down and just, I'd love to meet you. I enjoy meeting new parents
Yeah.
and check out the resources and just see what the community has to offer.
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right, light it up, Blue Jackson. Thanks for coming down today.
Thanks for having us
Thanks.
again.
The Autism Awareness Kickoff, April 1st, downtown, across from JTV at Lean Rocket Lab. Thanks to the Jackson Autism Support Network, Shelley Lewis and Stephanie Salisbury. Up next on today's show,